the swords that we use. Some historical facts, or what have you, says that the ninjas didn't have straight swords, but then other research said that the sword was straight, and what have you. But we know the curve of the katana was different from the sword of the ninja toe, they called it, katana, or wakizashi, which is the sword. So, okay. Now, in respect to approaches, most of the time it wasn't that the ninja was on the battlefield and then he met the samurai and they went to fort. Most of the time the ninja was doing something in regards to espionage, or he was into, sabotage, or he was spying, or assassination, what have you. So it wasn't that he always met the samurai face on, unless he comes across, unless he was detected and discovered. Then it's how can I get away? What means do I use to escape, not to be captivated, right? So and you see our techniques is based on it. That's why you see a lot of Tai Sabat movements, evading your opponent here. So the same methods across the board, whether it's empty hand, whether you're using taijutsu, or whether you're using bokages. Okay, now, from here, say for instance I come across the samurai here. Now the sword could be in position. Now, you see most of the time, you see the movies that have the sword on the back. The ninja didn't wear it most of the time when it came to fighting. He put the sword on the back to keep it from obstructing if he had to climb. He had to climb if he had to climb, a castle, a wall. So keeping the sword here would be cumbersome, to climb and that. So what he did was he attached the sword to the back, and then he would be able to climb freehand from that position. And most of the time, and then afterwards, when it came to the battle, he would also have a sheath inside from that point. So if he comes across the samurai from this position here, most of the time he's covered up and his weapons are not exposed. Most of the time the weapons were done in a fashion where it was hidden, either from the right or to the left side, from here. So this position from the left side, from the right side, so that if he most of the time right-handed, so he can draw rather than drawing across, like the samurai would do. The samurai, he's open, he's like here, right, he's drawing across from here. The ninja wouldn't draw across in the same, because that's not the nature of the sword. From here, the nature of the sword is here. Most of the time, this would be the position of the ninja here. Invert rather than over, rather than here, Joran Uki, upward. He wouldn't fight in that fashion. That's the stamina, because his sword wasn't made for that, plus his method wasn't geared towards this type of fight. So that's the first thing that we're learning. We're learning in terms of, if I'm sneaking out, then I'm discovered from here in the drawer, and then I would, from here, and usually the samurai is upright. The ninja is dropping his gait. He's more crouching. He's more crouching inside. He knows the samurai is very skilled. Now this is awkward for the samurai, because the samurai is used to upward, face to face. But here, this is awkward. From here, for me to crouch down, and now I'm measuring the side. Now, the samurai, he may think that I'm going to fight him straight on. Hey. Yeah. If you notice, my Tai Sabat cut across, and then I cut his legs out. Then I take him. There's no fighting outward. There's no face-to-face fighting. And that's some of that's too skilled. The ninja is crafty. From here. So my Tai Sabat. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so now my first move, draw, cut across, moving. Yeah. Cut the legs. Then draw. Now normally, in the actual fighting in samurai, hey, back and forth.